What's going on, you guys? So I just seen yesterday an interview with Tony Harrison. Leave a video link in the description. I think it's from the Boxing Voice. And he went in on the situation between him and Jermell Charlo. You know, there's been a lot of rumors going around that, you know, he's been dodging this fight and that he got knocked out in sparring. You know, you heard these type of rumors. I don't know if you guys heard it. I don't know if the guys, excuse me. I don't know if the guys that was interviewing him heard these rumors, but this is just some shit that I heard. I'm not sure how true it is. It could just be some shit spreaded by some Charlo fanboys or something. So, you know, gotta take it with a grain of salt. But Tony Harrison spoke on, you know, what if he had took the fight, you know, not 100% with his bad ankle, you know, because he said he still wanted to fight, but, you know, his family and his team, and, you know, said it wasn't in his best interest to go in there in that fight like that. You know, Tony Harrison said that he's a fighter that uses his agility, uses his footwork, and he'll be giving up one of his major attributes or major strengths going to a fight, you know, injured like that. And he said, you know, people from Detroit and all the fans and they wouldn't have cared if he had lost and it was because of his ankle. You know, they wouldn't have gave a fuck. Tony Harrison is a fighter that's still in the situation to where he doesn't have the biggest fan base. He's a guy who's been beat a couple of times before. And, you know, a lot of people felt that his win against Jermell was controversial. It was a robbery. It was a fluke. So if Tony Harrison went out there and fought against Jermell Charlo on some Hugo Centennial Jr. shit, nobody would have cared, you know, if his excuse was that he had one leg. People would just be happy that, you know, Jermell Charlo won the fight. And you can't really blame him for pulling back, you know. Me as a boxing fan, I want to see these two young fighters fight at their best. You know, we don't want to see a fight to where it's really lopsided because Tony Harrison hopping around on one foot and shit. You know, I don't want to see that. I want to see these two young brothers fighting, you know, young prime American fighters fight at their best. You know, this is actually a fight that I was really looking forward to. It's unfortunate that we didn't get to see it this past Sunday. But, you know, Tony Harrison said he will be fighting Jermell Charlo in 2019. You know, so he said just, you know, continue to keep building the fight, keep talking that shit. He's going to keep talking his shit. They're going to keep building the fight because it's a real grudge match. You know, they really don't like each other. He did say that Jermell Charlo is a very good fighter. You know, he said he don't like the dude. He said he likes Jamal though. And I honestly feel him on that. You know, he said where did Jermell go wrong? He said he's watching the video with Jamal and Jamal's all about family and, you know, and Jamal does seem like the more level-headed brother, the guy who's, you know, more calm and, you know, so he said, where did Jermell go wrong? It was kind of funny, but you know how Tony Harrison be talking. He got that Midwest, you know, he be talking that shit and he be cussing a lot. You know, he was cussing a lot in the interview. It was funny. But he said, why would I be scared of this guy? You know, he spoke on that, saying, why would he be scared of a dude? Like, and then why would I grew up in Detroit. Like, you know, like, why would I be scared of a guy from somewhere else? Why would I be scared of another man from another state? Why would I be scared to fight? Like, he said he's legit hurt. He said he wished he could fight, but, you know, it just wasn't his best interest to take that fight. And he's right. You know, he's right. He said he's still the champ. He's still holding it down for Detroit. And he's looking forward to getting to that ring with Jermell Charlo this year. So, I mean, I guess we just going to have to wait till a later date. Still going to be the fight's going to still continue to build. Jermell Charlo looked pretty strong in his fight against Hugo Centennial. Fast and explosive. He's a good fighter, man. Despite how a lot of people may feel about Jermell Charlo, him and his brother, they some freaks, man. They some athletic, well-conditioned athletes. You know, them dudes could take a punch. I think even more so Jamal, he showed an iron chin in the Cornball fight. And, I mean, they some tough, strong Texas boys, you know. So I would like to see Tony Harrison at his best going into that matchup with Jermell Charlo because this is not an easy fight. I'm not about to sit here and, you know, a lot of guys are fanboys and they think with their heart. You know, even though I'm rooting for Tony Harrison, you know, I'm not going to sit here act like Jermell Charlo's just some chump. And, you know, initially I felt that Tony may have had his number. You know, mentally, he has the mental edge over Jermell. But Jermell seems to be maturing as time goes, as with age. He seems to be maturing as a man and as a fighter. So we will see how this fight plays out when it happens. Still as a fight that I'm very much looking forward to. This is a grudge match, and I'm also interested in seeing if they're going to squash the beef. Tony Harrison seemed like a type of dude that'll squash the beef after they throw them knuckles. You know, throw that leather. It seemed like he will squash the beef, but I don't know about Jermell. Maybe Jermell changed a lot, you know, and maybe he maturing. Maybe he be like, you know what, man, good fight. Shake your hand. You know, you did good. Blah blah blah. I would like to see that. I like to see that sometimes when guys have got a grudge match and then you see them fighting hard and they putting they all into it. And then, you know, they start kind of dapping each other up by the later mid rounds or later in the fight. They start to respect each other. That's usually how it is between men anyway. But tell me what you guys think. Did Tony Harrison really duck this fight, or is he legit hurt? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.